Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Motorman Dane, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the saw blade launcher. Just some advanced techniques, I would say. So first thing, if you put it on a horizontal wall, it's going to go basically straight in front of itself. So as you can see here, it's going straight towards that wall and back. You can use that by really kind of manipulating where enemies are walking, so they're always walking straight into the path. Into that corner piece. But the one I really wanted to show you guys was this bounce. Alright, check this bounce out. So this saw blade launcher is going into this butterfly and bouncing back and forth rapidly. Now with these new lizard enemies, this is huge because every time it like hits them, it does damage like per second of it hitting them. So you want them to be exposed to the blade as long as possible, and they'll get absolutely shredded. Now if I remove this butterfly trap, watch what happens. Boom. Shoots way out there. Okay, so there's two traps that you can do this with. You can do the saw blade launcher with another saw blade launcher like so. It'll bounce back and forth, or you can do the butterfly trap. Either one of those will work. If you have the, let's find another pillar here. If you have it here, it'll bounce back and forth, and then you can have one on the other side, of course, also bouncing back and forth. Now this can be massive. But of course, you also want to combine it with barricades. It does bounce off of barricades, so you want to make sure that you combine it with barricades in order for that maximum bounce efficiency here. So right now I placed it right before I placed everything else. It's going to fire off again. Bam, 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 bam. A whole bunch of times. Really great. In this instance, it would actually not be bad to run Explosion. If Bleed wasn't so good, I would actually recommend Explosion. If you were going to do this for your saw blade launchers, there's plenty and plenty of places for it. So whenever you go to place it down, just check and see if, just watch the little ghost thing and see if it's going to bounce back and forth. That one obviously will. So if we threw some barricades up, there you go, bouncing back and forth. Now it's possible that it's going to hit another trap and the trajectory is going to change. For example, the flip trap while it's deployed, the spike wall while it's deployed, the Dart Spitter and the Haymaker are all traps that will affect the trajectory of a saw blade launcher as it is a projectile. So if you have this here, and let's actually just put a, I believe the snow cannon also does. Let me throw one of those up here. Yeah. As you saw there, that ghost, as it shot up into the saw blade launcher and it bounced back and forth. The saw blade launcher isn't the only thing that can happen to it. It can also happen to these things here, although I don't think I can get that to happen on this one. But there are maps where there are like these torch spaces. Oh, this might actually do it.
Perhaps one of these.
Okay, no, we're lucky on that one. Alright, but there are, yes, some of the torch spaces, it looks like this map doesn't have it, but for some of them it will hit the torch space and then bounce off. Sometimes it could even get stuck in the ceiling and whatnot. Now, if you run barricades and you have it facing sideways, it will not actually bounce out. It'll get stuck inside the barricade. But if you did like a barricade on the half side, it will shoot out as long as the arrow, the point of the arrow is exposed. Then the rest of it doesn't matter. So if you had your barricade like this, it'll shoot into the barricade and get stuck. Like this, it'll shoot out of the barricade. So if you're running your barricades in a particular order, a particular way, you can do that. Of course, it's always best to just use butterflies or maybe a freeze wall or something on the other side of the barricade. Alright, I hope this has been helpful. Maybe give you some ideas on what to do with the saw blade launcher. I definitely try and get it to bounce back and forth as much as possible in every run that I do whenever I use it, and it is such a good trap. I will also mention that saw blade launchers is one of the best way to take care of totems, as you can kind of get it to do the same thing every time, and with the right trajectory you can get it to hit an area where a totem might be, and every time it hits a totem it takes 3 hits for the saw blade launcher to destroy a totem. So get a couple of them in a room, and the totems from the shamans may not be as bad as you thought. Boom barrels are still the best way to take care of them, but saw blade launchers can do it. Hit them from outside. All right. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow us from both YouTube and Twitch. If you have any questions about it, or you need me to go over any of the numbers or whatever, all that information is on the wiki page. As always, the link is in the description below for the wiki page. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will get back to you on that. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.